Hello everyone, Cancelo here. Today we are going to go over the top ML5 units that you can get from the Milestone of Radiance. Now before we get going, a quick disclaimer. The units that I pick are more focused for Guild Wars and RTA, and this is not going to be a strict ranking from 1 to 10, because every hero has their own strength, and each of them have a situation where it will perform better compared to others. So yeah, let's get into it then. Okay, so I'm going to start with the openers. And the first opener is Briar Witch's Area, which is easily the best cliff opener in the game right now. Her S2 passive gives the entire team, including your team, an anti-revive. And this is really strong as it stops out the meta units like Roel and Yulha. And her S3 is also very strong. It has an AoE Ignore ER defense break. And because she is a ranger, right, she can hold the Renewed Will, which just bridges your entire team. So she's definitely one of the top choice for cleaving. And as for her build, you just build her as fast as you can. Effectiveness is nice to have. And crit chance neck if you want to combo her with Commander Pavel. Okay, so the second opener is Sea Phantom Politis. Just like Briar Witch, she's also a very strong opener for cleave and aggro. Even if you're not cleaving, she's usually still a good pick because her kit is just very stacked. So her S3, she has a Soulborn Ignore ER, Strip and Land Speed down. Her S2 also gives herself a 100% chance to stealth. It's just a better guiding light. And on top of that, she has resource reduction, reducing focus and fighting spirit by 50%. Her S1 is also really good, like it strips a buff and guarantees to attack with the highest attack in unit when she has reach. As for her build, you want her as fast as possible, same as Briar, with Saria's artifact. This way you can bridge your backline unit. If you cannot build her fast, excuse me, you want her on immunity. That way she can buff stack against unit that strips to buff. If you have a protection set holder in your team, so she'll have stealth, barrier, and immunity. The next unit is New Moon Luna. So Luna is not picked as much as Briar and Polly, but she's still a very oppressive unit. She has a very strong S3, full strip into seal and unbuffable, which is really good against a lot of units, because many units in this game relies on her passive. Her S2 is also really good. It does a good amount of damage, and with the low cooldowns and the CR push, this helps Luna to cycle very fast. And when you build Luna, you definitely want to have immunity, because immunity allows her to buff stack with the skill effect nullifier that she gets at the start of the battle. And you can build Luna two ways. One is just fast on immunity, and the second one is a slower build at like 250 speed with higher bulk. Like usually you can get like 28, 29 HP at like 250 speed. And now let's move on to the support units. First support unit is Ilenov. She's easily one of the best knights in the game. Her passive gives the entire team pen resistance, and this is extremely strong because every unit now just have defense penetration in their skills. And her passive also gives her a CR push every time an ally is hit, so she cycles really fast. Her S3 dispels 2 debuff and give your team indomitable, makes them tankier, and also the extra ER is sometimes nice. And it does a good amount of damage too, and the injury also helps with it. Her S1 also does injury, and the pop damage is actually really good. After you stack a good amount of injury, the pop damage is really high. And as for her build, she's very flexible. You can build her as a bruiser or a full tank unit. Right now I have her on protection set immunity with 200 speed, so I can cycle the Rise of a Monarch. But another popular build is to have her as an Aureus Knight, just slow tankier with 100 ER. So the next unit is the best healer in the game, Roel. I really hate this unit because she makes the game takes forever. However, she's just a very strong unit, especially after she gets the EE and her buff. So because of the E and her buff, now her S3 invincibility also applies to herself. And she has a revive buff, which gives her a second life, making her very difficult to kill. Her build is also very flexible. You can build her at like 200 speed, build her faster at 250, or you can even give her like HP boots and just make her very tanky. Like any Royal build works, so you can do whatever that suits your playstyle. As for her set, Reversal is just a bonus. So if you don't have reversal set, you can just use speed set or triple set. And immunity is really nice to have. For her artifact, you definitely want Idol's Cheer or Prophetic Candlestick. For Guild War, usually I use Ice Crystal though, but that really depends on what I'm bringing her into. But yeah, she's just a really strong unit. The next unit is Maid Chloe. She's probably the best unit against additional damage. The other additional damage reduction unit is Fallen Cecilia. However, I think that Maid is like the better option, 70 or 80% of the time. So her S3 is also really strong. It gives the entire team revive and defense buff. And her passive heals the team too, like every time she takes a turn. For her build, most mates that I've seen are like 240 to 56-ish speed with 100 ER and the rest to HP defense. And you definitely want to focus more on HP because usually you pick mid Chloe into Renak, right? So you need the HP to survive Renak S3. And my mate is on like poverty gear, so you can definitely easily make a better one than this. Like I've seen mid Chloe with the same stat as mine, but with 3k more HP. And as for her artifact, Unfading Memories is a good choice, but you can give her Idol's Chair or even Ice Crystal. And Water's Origin is also a popular pick in RTA. So the next unit is Lion. She is mainly good because of her passive, which completely shuts down souls, which and this makes her a very strong pick into some cleave or aggro comps that relies heavily on soul burning. And on top of that, right, with 3F, she does a really good amount of damage. And as for her build, you can build her faster on 3F with a bit of effectiveness. You can also build her on counter set, or you can make her slow as an Aureus Knight. Immunity is really nice to have, so you can pick her into Shepherd Diane. Alright, so the next unit on my list is Lost Rider Crow. He's arguably the best knight against AoE attacks. He's really good into Lion, and with Crown of Glory, he's a decent pick into Freedom. His S3 gives his entire team immunity, which is really strong, especially against the new unit, Perfumer Biblis, right? And it also does a good amount of damage. His S2 gives the entire team barrier, and also reduces the skill cooldown of his S3. For his build, you want to go speed set immunity or protection set immunity with Crown of Glory. You don't need effect resistance, like rather than effect resistance, it's better to just have more HP and speed. Okay, so now let's move on to damage dealers. Okay, so for the first DPS option, I choose Spirit Iceline. She fell off a little bit, but she's still a very strong pick. So she has a full team revive and immortality on her S3, and she also generates a lot of souls because every time a unit dies, she gains 5 souls. Her S1 does really good damage when you have the buff, and with her EE, you also get a free soul burn, so you can usually kill a unit right off the bat. And it also heals her. So with the damage reduction on her passive, she's a self-sustainable unit, and it's very hard to kill her. So yeah, overall she's just a very solid unit. Also, if you're struggling against like Lady of the Skills defenses, you can give her Summer Photogenic, and it can help you beat some of the skills defense on like Guild War and Arena. For her build, most lanes that I've seen are like 270 to 80-ish speed, but you can build her faster or slower as long as she is speed tuned with your team. Okay, so I have a hard time picking the last unit because there are so many good ML5s and each of them has their own niche. So I will say to pick whoever you need based on the state of your account. Like, but one option is Urban Shadow Shoe. She's a decent pick in Guild War, especially against HP scaling teams. You want to build her with Speed Pursuit with priority on speed and HP. Crit damage is nice, but most of her damage are from the injury proc on her passive. Straze is also a decent pick. Like if you want to play aggressive, like he bridges well with Briar Witch, and his S3 also just one shot the highest HP unit. So another good pick here. Oh, Malona also got buffed recently. So, and she does injury too now, so she's also not the worst into HB scalers. And with her EE, right, her S3 now does really good damage. So yeah, definitely not a bad choice for DPS option here. But oh yeah, you want destruction set. Like repo set is very useless. Like I'm gonna switch her build very soon. And I'll say the last DPS option pick is Bystander Huayong. She's still a solid 4-5 pick in RTA. And in Guild Wars, she's sometimes okay into like the Harseti and Notos defenses. And her build is just counter set on RTA and destruction set on Guild War. Yeah, usually just full damage for Guild War. So yeah, those are my top ML5 picks from the Milestone of Radiance. And again, this isn't a strict ranking, so what you choose really depends on your account and your playstyle. And that's all for me today. Hopefully this helps you decide which ML5s to go for. Thanks for watching and see you guys in the next video.